Genesis chapter 44, verse 21. Then you said to your servants, bring him down to me that I may set my eyes on him. So this is why Benjamin is there. He is there not because he came down to steal a cup, but because you told him. So he's not implying now that Joseph is guilty. What he's implying, because I mean that's not going to work out well for him. What he's implying just as that we did as you asked, right? That is what he's trying to get at. You asked him for us to bring him here, we did, right? So we're not weirdos out there. We do as you, everything you ask. Like you asked about him, we answered. You asked him to bring him here, we brought him here, right? That is kind of what he is getting at. Verse 22, we said to my Lord, the boy cannot leave his father, for if we should leave his father would die. So he's saying here now, okay, so but although what you asked was not a good idea, this was really a bad idea, because again, he's not implying, Joseph, you gave a bad idea. He is trying to just play in this fact that how big a thing this would have been for them to bring Benjamin there. It's not just any kind of thing, right? It's not just any boy. It's a boy that they love most. Okay, so Judah is not implying that Joseph made a mistake of them asking to bring Benjamin with, because as I said, that would be very stupid from him, and we can see from this whole speech that he knows what he's doing. He is doing it in the correct way. So he's not implying you are the reason he is here and you were wrong too. He's trying to just make a very strong point in the fact that Benjamin is loved by his father. He's the only son left by the other mother. His other brother is dead, and bringing him here would have been such a big thing. It was a huge thing. We couldn't come back so fast. I mean, okay, he's not going to say that. But it took so long to get back ultimately here, because Benjamin is not just another boy. He is the beloved son. And so for us to bring him you need to therefore trust. You can trust us, because otherwise we would not have bring him. If we were just thieves or spies, we would not have brought him here. Okay, this is what he's trying to get at. So if Benjamin, if he comes there, then his father would die, right? That is what he basically as well added here in this verse. It's not just, again, he's stressing that point, that Father, our Father as well, will die if we bring him back. Verse 23, then you said to your servants, unless your youngest brother comes down with you, you shall not see my face again. So it's like, so you stress the point, so we kind of were left with no choice, right? But we were there, one brother in jail, and this one is a lot more worth than that other brother. So Joseph, he's not saying these things, but he's implying this. Joseph can think for himself, because he's like Pharaoh. He is wise, right? This is why he is in that position. So he is as well playing up to that fact that, Joseph, you can sort of understand these things for yourself as well. Again, not implying that Joseph is wrong, but actually playing him or implying that you are better than just this. Okay, so now the ferry is leaving. We're just turning around and we are like waving goodbye to Koh Chang as we continue the story of Judah speaking to Joseph and explaining to Joseph that why they would not have done what they are saying, that Benjamin would not have. Something else happened. Somebody else did this. But this is because they would never have done something like this. Right? He's trying to prove their innocence. Verse 24. When we went back to your servant, my father, we told him the words of my Lord. So, yes, we got back. And we told our father that what you said, that we need to bring our brother with. Verse 25. So as well, it's not as if they were hiding it. They didn't later on tell their father, no, yeah, sure, Joseph could not know what happened, okay? But we know this is what happened. This is what he's saying. He's under the stress, duress. So seeming at least what he is saying is going to be more truthful than not. Verse 25. And when your father said, go again, buy us a little food. Right, so this is actually what Jacob said. Remember, I spoke about the fact how we downplayed. It's not a question of, oh, we have been rationing this food already for so long and trying to not go back so that we're forced to take Benjamin with kind of idea. So he says, bring it, go buy a little food. Jacob said that, and they are repeating his direct words here because Jacob was downplaying it, and they are kind of in a way downplaying this as well. Verse 26. We said, we cannot go down. If our youngest brother goes with us, then we will go down. For we cannot see the man's face unless our youngest brother is with us. So we said, now it's actually not we who said it, but Judah who said it. Now Judah as the main spokesman, then he's speaking for. Remember, Judah was the main spokesperson who sold Joseph into slavery. So now Judah as the main spokesperson, he is speaking for all of them, like he spoke for all of them there, except for Reuben, that is, for all of them there. He is now, so therefore he used the word we, although he was he alone who spoke. And he said that, but using again we, that we can't go if we don't take Benjamin. Okay, it makes sense. This guy said Benjamin needs to go. We can't go if we don't, and it happened that way. Verse 27, then your servant my father said to us, you know that my wife bore me 2 sons. One left me, and I said, surely he has been torn to pieces, and I have never seen him since. If you take this one also from me, and harm happens to him, you will bring down my gray hairs in evil to Sheol. So here Joseph is going to learn something about what they told their father, right? What was their excuse? The excuse they used to explain to their father what happened to him. Okay, so Jacob saying that no, my wife, he had more than one wife, right? 2 sons. But see a huge difference in what Judah is saying now, is the fact that right he's downgrading themselves, right? He's downgrading 10 of them because they are kind of like illegitimate children. No, he had one wife. They're downplaying their mother. Before they were like fighting for their sister. They were fighting for their mother. Reuben even went in to have intercourse with Rachel's servant just for that reason, for this hatred. And now Judah is saying, but we accept it. He had only one wife, not our mother, Rachel. Really, the only wife he had. Okay, that is a very first one. So you again see a total difference in their attitude here concerning then their own mother. Okay, and then Judah continued with his story and explaining how Joseph ultimately died, or at least the excuse they gave. The excuse they gave that was. He was torn to pieces. We know Joseph didn't know it. So this is now the first time that Joseph heard, because they would not have told other caravans coming around, we told our dad this. They kept it as a secret. They could not tell anybody else. Okay? So this was a secret amongst themselves, which did not leak. And now Joseph, the first time, is hearing, oh, this is what they told my dad. They told him that I was torn a piece by wild animals. Okay. Yeah, I mean, what did Joseph thought at that moment? Oh, this is how they lied. We don't know. Okay, absolutely. I can't even try to get here in Joseph's mind to try and understand what he was thinking of at that moment. Right? And he ends as verse 29, but if harms happen to him, then but this is what Judah said. Then my head will go in the sorrow into Sheol. No, he said bereaved. Kind of a little bit different, but it's basically that idea, right? That his head will go in sorrow into Sheol, because then he has like no sons left. What about the other 10? Before the other 10 was so sure, we are the main guys here, and now Judah, speaking for them, is willing to admit that they are actually nobodies. Yes, they're brothers, but those 2 are the main ones, and that is now seemingly, according to this speech and the attitude, now fine. They changed. They really did change. And they can't not go back with Benjamin, because otherwise their dad's going to die. They were willing to do everything for Benjamin. Before, they had no problem having their father live with the idea that Joseph was torn apart. For him to be sorrow and never to speak out, they had no problem with that. But now, they're not willing. They're not willing to let their father suffer anymore. They are willing to suffer as long as their father will be okay.